Alright, kiddo, ready to play a game of basketball with me? Yeah, Dad, I'm ready. And if you lose, kiddo, I'm gonna throw you in the volcano so you can get stronger. What? Honey, I'm home. Hi, sweetie. Where's Jimmy? He lost to me in basketball, so I threw him in the volcano. I'm sorry. You what? You killed our child? No, he's just gonna be back probably 20 years later, so he'll be stronger and better than ever. Hi there, Dad. Hey, kiddo. I see you're back from the volcano. Yeah, Dad, ready for that rematch? Sure am, kiddo. Hey, Mom, back from the game. How was it? It was good. I threw Dad into the volcano. Good. I was divorcing him anyway. Welcome back to the Kelder Rock Show. Today, we're back playing a fighting game today. I'm not really good at fighting games, but I enjoy the hell out of them. And this one right here has honestly been a really fun one. I've been actually getting pretty good at it, so I've been having a lot of fun. We're talking about Tekken 8. We're playing the PS5 version specifically. And honestly, there's definitely a lot to talk about here with this game. Now, before we even get into any gameplay, any characters, anything like that, let's talk about the menu. Because the menu offers you plenty and plenty and plenty of things. Honestly, there's a lot of options here. Unfortunately, I will say the loading, because the online, like I'm going to show you here as I'm talking, this is how long it does take to kind of load into everything. And honestly, I think that's just due to one of the updates they released before I even decided to do a review like this. And that was the Tekken shop. And I will definitely go a little more in depth with that. Oh, actually loaded pretty quick. But look at this menu. Look at how many things there are here to do. There's just so much going on here. So, let's talk about the first part up top. So, minus the tattoo on Jin's arm, we have story, we have offline, we have online, customization, and replay. Now, the story mode, Story The Darkness Awakens, is this campaign mode that they offer. And say, I'm not going to go into it because I don't even know what really happens, to be honest with you. But say if you don't know, like, what happened in Tekken 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, they actually offer a way for you to catch up in what happens before you actually play in the story, which is really cool. And then you have character episodes where it's like a 5-battle arcade run, and basically you just get like a little cutscene afterwards about what happens when they win the tournament. Offline, you have Arcade Quest, which is a different kind of story where you have to use an avatar, which we'll talk about later, and you kind of have to go like arcade to arcade playing Tekken to show that you're the best Tekken player in the area. And then there's Super Ghost Battle where you use that same fighter and you fight online people to get rewards. Arcade Battle is kind of like most of you're just like battling and like you're gonna go through and just set a high score. Versus, you verse your friend. You could also verse a computer or watch computers play. Practice, learn how to play the game. Tekken Ball. Now this is like a volleyball fighting-esque kind of deal. Like we'll go a little more in depth with it, but just so you know. And Gallery, which lets you see everything. Online, you have the Fight Lounge where you use your avatar to mingle and talk with people. Ranked matches, play in a competitive fight. Quick match, not as competitive. Player match, just honestly find a friend and play. Tournaments, if they do some, they will offer, like, tell you what to do. Leaderboards to see who's doing the best. Customization, you can do character customization. You make the way you want your fighter to look. Avatar customization, that's the way your avatar will look when you show it out to the world. Player customization, that's where you set up like how you want to look, like what do you want your fight card to be, what do you want the health bars to look like, and all that good stuff. And the jukebox, where you could actually play music from any of the Tekkens in the past. So I have mine set to Tekken Tag Tournament, the first one on PS2, because I loved that soundtrack and I love just hearing it when I come back. Replay, this is just showing you like all the replays, and it's a way for you to learn off of what you did. Now, you notice I didn't really talk about the tattoo here, and you see that it has like a few modes already in it. When you go through the modes and you say, all right, I like doing this, I want to be able to go in here and do this and this and this, you can actually hit triangle, and you can remove or add it to your favorites. I'm going to leave that as my favorites because I do enjoy this game mode. But you can pick and choose what you want. So this way, say if you want to just jump in something real quick, you just go here and go right into it. You can just do what you need to do. Now, on the bottom here, you see we have options that kind of let you adjust how you need to. Community, you can, meet other people. Accessibility, making it easier for you to play the game. Tell you how you've been doing, any updates, and the shop. Now, the shop was something they added in recently. It's not really too fully fleshed out just yet. Basically, all it is just a way for you to buy costumes at the moment. So this is all the costumes they have. They've got, Jin and Kazuya from an old game, Jun from an old game, and then a bunch of costumes for your avatar. So that's kind of lackluster at the moment. I mean, they also have some party effects, and then the free, Tekken 30th anniversary shirts. Nothing too crazy right now. They will be probably bolstering this up probably in the near future. So hopefully we'll see some more costumes in the Tekken store. Let's jump into some the characters actually first. We'll do characters. Alright, so anytime you start a match, before we even get into the characters, because this is right before, if you're playing by yourself, you pick which side you want to be on. I always like the left person. Now, let's talk about the character list. We see here we've got Jin returning. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I'm going to try. Zhao Yu returning. Lee comes back. Asuka comes back. Panda. Kuma. Lily's back. Elisa. Lars. June. Devil Jin. We have a new Jack. Basically plays like all the other Jacks, but we always get a new Jack. We've got King. We've got Steve. We've got Dragunov. We've got Brian. We've got Yoshimitsu. That's my favorite. Feng. We've got Hwao Rong. We've got Nina and Kazuya here. We've got newcomer Rina. Azucena, I believe she's a newcomer as well. Shaheen. We've got Law, not a newcomer. Leroy, I believe, is a newcomer. Leo, not a newcomer. Claudio, I believe, is new. Zafina, definitely coming back. Paul, he's returning. Raven. And we've got Victor. I think they have some good slots here, being a fighting game too. We're probably going to see some more characters. I believe they announced Eddie Gordo should be coming back, so hopefully we'll see him in the game soon. Hopefully it doesn't take too long here. And now let's get into let's see what some of the modes look like, because, there are different modes. Alright, this is Tekken Ball. And basically, you see this beach ball right here? It goes back and forth between the players, and you want to try to hit it because only the ball can do damage to the people. The person can't do damage to each other. It has to be the ball. So you see here, you just want to hit this ball as hard as possible. You want to try to get combos going too, to really try to do damage to your opponent. If it lands, it just does damage. And honestly, that's really it to the Tekken Ball. It's pretty cool. Not the most interesting, I will tell you that. It's really just aggressive volleyball. Sorry, just try to hit it too. Yeah, see, it's just aggressive volleyball. That's all it is. It's nothing crazy. And that's really all it is to say about Tekken Ball. I mean, you use your combos and you go in. It's a 2D fighter. That's, that's all we got for Tekken Ball. Now, a mode I was talking about, the character episodes. Basically what that is like I said, you take on 5 fights with any character you want. And you see here, you got checks for the ones you've done. And you fight 5 characters. You get a little intro, too, about what's going on with that character. And once you do all 5 fights, you get a little ending clip. And basically, it just goes right to the gallery to watch what you want to watch. It's pretty cool, pretty fun. Can't complain. Now, when it comes to the avatar sections, like the Tekken Lounge, I'm in the Super Ghost Fight, and the Arcade Quest, this is more or less what it looks like. You fight people here in the arcade machine, and you can fight certain people, too. And you see, like, some of these guys give us gifts if we beat them. And I believe the open chest means you already did it. Like, you already have that item. So, honestly, it's just a way to get some free items, too. Like, it's nothing crazy. The avatar customization is pretty cool. Like, I made my guy kind of look like me when I first started playing the game. and then you can unlock stuff for the avatar as you keep going and going. That's not too bad, not too crazy. Now it's time for character customization. And basically, you see here, right before we even get to anything, pick which character you want. So we're going to pick Jack 8 to really just kind of look in. You can create up to 10 slots, and I'm honestly, before I do that, I'm going to show you that I did one for Kazuya. You see I turned him into like an evil Ryu. And the customization is actually really cool, and the fact that they're adding more and more makes it even cooler too. So like you can see here, for Jack specifically, we got body, we got clothes, accessories, you could make a character panel, shoot a thumbnail, and you finish. So like he could get different hairstyles, and you can try it on too before you even go anywhere. Like it's pretty cool to try it on. Like you can see we got Claudia. We could give him literally just different haircuts. You could get a buzz cut and make him look like military. So that's pretty cool. Then the eyes, you can change the way his eyes look. You can always get something over the face. He could get facial hair. Like if you look at that beard on him. Eye makeup, and you could make him tan apparently. I'm not worried about that. But then the clothes really make it fun too. Like look at the. Let's check out. Like you can get an extra long headband for him. Like come on. You could make him look like M. Bison, it seems like. So look at that hat. That's an M. Bison hat right there. You can give him a panda hat. You can give him any kind of hat here. Does he have a free thing? I don't know. Full face stuff too. Like we could give him a G Corp helmet since he was made by G Corp. We could give him Tekken Force, full face, anything we need here. Glasses, we could take that off of him and switch it up. For entire body, he's got an alternate costume right here. I think he's got his Tekken 7 costume, too. Yeah, here's his Tekken 7 costume for when he was Jack 7. And then you can change his upper body if you want, which could be different things, like if we wanted to turn him into King. Yeah, like he could be wearing, you know, something that resembles King and all that. Like, they really give you a lot of stuff to work with, and even, like, as you kind of, like, do stuff, you see, like, the color wheels, too. Like, he could change the color of the costumes, too, so you could, like, make it look as much as you want. Like, if I wanted to make him have, like, Freddy, you know, make him look like Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street, I could do that if I wanted to. And it's pretty cool. I like that. And then even just adding accessories, too. Like, some of the accessories are actually usable, too. Not this one, but, like, the baguette has its own move. Here we go, baguette. The honey spoon, they have their own unique move stuff. You could use those. The shotgun, so that's pretty cool. You gotta appreciate when you can use the customization for it. All right, now it is time to get to the bread and butter of Tekken. Clearly the gameplay, but at the same time, we're gonna talk about the online as well. So why don't we actually talk about the online, the way it works first, as you see that I'm getting ready to kind of get into a fight here. The online is actually really cool. So you actually start off by going into training first. So you could, while you're waiting, you can train up with what you want to do. So you saw that I was training with Yoshimitsu before we got into this fight with Leo. And then we got into the fight. And honestly, it's really cool. You get rankings for the better you play. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm perfect. And so we're doing a quick match, so we don't get really rankings, but Tekken prowess, I believe, goes up when you play. Oh, excuse me, sorry, had another gas bump. And what's cool, and then what's cool about it too is when you want a rematch, you can do a best of 3 with them. So say if you win one and they win one, you go into a game 3, but you can also leave at any time. So you don't have to stay. And it's pretty cool. Like, honestly, I think they did their online very well. Connection to the games are always very good. I've never had an issue with the online. So the online is actually, I very much enjoy it. And then bam. Alright, while we're doing that, why don't we actually now get into the bread and butter of the gameplay. This game, if you haven't played Tekken before, this game is hard. It is hard, hard, hard. It is not like, usual game, like fighting games. It's very button and directional oriented. So, like, the move that you see me doing, like, I have to hold down triangle and then release the down to continue, like, all the stuff. Or, like, to try to launch him in the air with some of these combos. You know, you want to, like, down triangle, but you, like, down right. You have to be, like, down and right. You don't want to be just straight down or straight right. You need to, like, find the middle. And that definitely gets hard. Like, if you think about the way Street Fighter works, like, you have the quarter Z, like, the quarter stuff, the, you know, the quarter forward, the zigzag, like, those are pretty hard to accomplish too, but, like, it's not, like, the end of the world. It's not crazy out of the ordinary. But, like, with this one, like, you get, like, mid-combo, down triangle, up triangle, like, you have to, like, find the right position to put your finger sometimes, too. But they do give you some easy combos to, work with as well. Like, it's not just it is not just like making sure you have like the right direction. You there is like some that are very button oriented, but every character also gets like a 10-hit combo, and that's where also gets like wild, because those 10-hit combos are hard to figure out. They are hard. Like, they are not easy to perform. So it really is, like, if you are a novice, like, you really do need to, like, practice hard if you want to really get into Tekken. I cannot stress this enough. It is a hard game to play. And that's just normal Tekken. Like, some of the stuff they just added to. So let's talk about some of the new things they added to. One of the things you see us using here in this fight with Leo is this heat gauge that he just activated, I'm going to activate. The heat gauge is like a new special that you could use. So it makes it so your normal attacks actually do damage through their defense, and you can get a little bit of chip damage in there, which is a really cool mechanic. I think that's a nice addition. I think it's a little busted though. And if you tap R1, that's how you use your heat. If you tap R1 again while you're in heat, while you still have it active, you actually unleash a super heat move. I don't know the name of it. I will get that for you. But it does a lot of damage, and it can help. Now, another thing, this is old, but for any of you non-Tekken fighters, there is something called a rage effect, which when you see on the health, I can't really point it out, but you see, like, on both of our healths, we have a line. Now, if we get under that line, we will activate a glowing red effect called Rage, like he has. So you see Leo here, he's got his Rage, and it gives you extra damage. But with that Rage, you also get the ability to do a Rage Art move. A lot of them are holding down towards your opponent. I'm not gonna say down right, down towards your opponent, and you just and then you release this very strong move. Everyone has their own unique Rage Art move. So you saw I did mine earlier. I believe we did get the full effect of it. We did get to see the you got to see Yoshimitsu. That's the words. You got to see Yoshimitsu do his, and I don't think we got to see Leo do his. So Leo's will maybe he'll do it. We don't. So I am fighting someone else. Now that we've kind of talked over some of the stuff here as I lose, we got to talk about some. So yeah, it's a hard game to play. It's definitely hard to like really truly. It's not even. I can't even say it's easy to get into as well. Like it is hard. Like I've been playing Tekken for a while. Like I played. My first Tekken was Tekken Tag Tournament on the PS2, so I do have a bit of a nostalgia for it. And as a kid, like, I had no idea what I was doing. It was definitely a button masher for me. As I'm older, I definitely know a little bit more now. But it's still hard, like, compared to some of these other guys. Like, to use the baguette, like, you have to hold up in this button. Like, that is not easy to pull off. That's a hard move to pull off. And, you know, sometimes it is hard to do that, like, while you're in mid-combo, too. Get ready for the next battle. While I was streaming this, too, when the game first came out, someone brought up a good point. Tekken is definitely a turn-based fighting game. Like, you have to wait for your turn, honestly, to start swinging, and you have to, like, also, like, find the right time to do it. Like, you saw here, I tried to do something, and it was not the right time to do that. You see we have our first bit of connection issues using a fence, I think, which caused it. Bam, baguette. I want to use it. But, so, it's definitely, like, this is a game that you have, like, very unique game to get into. This is a hard game to want to try to play. Like, this isn't like one of those, oh, let me pick up and play games. Like, if you're going to play this, you have to really know what you're doing. You have to really know. And I think that's a detriment to it because it does kind of, I don't know, like, some people might get deterred from playing Tekken because of that. Because you have to, like, it really is like a strategy fighting game. It's not like you could do, like, a combo breaker to get out of something. Like, you really have to, like, think about what you're doing. Like, you see here, like, I waited for the right opportunity for Law and, like, really took my time with trying to hit him. Now, I am very aggressive, too, when I play fighting games. I can admit this. I am quite aggressive. I want to, like, be on the beat down. I don't want to, like, take my time, which is something I'm trying to come to grips with my Tekken career if I want to, you know, keep playing. And, you know, this is a game, though, I still recommend giving a try. I don't want to tell people don't play it. This game, like, Tekken is such a cool game. It's so fun. They have such unique characters. The story makes no sense. I will be honest with you. The story does not make a lick of sense. If you're here, if you want a game for lore, this is not the game for you. Because guess what? You're going to have a story that's kind of a cobbled mess. It's a very much a mess. Again, though, I still highly would recommend, but I'm not going to say it's a perfect game. I got to stop running into it. You see here, this is the best way for me to describe a turn fighting game. Let's go into the rating, though. So, rating for Tekken 8. I would give this game a 7 out of 10. Why 7? So, again, there is so much to do. There's so much to do. Tekken Ball is actually pretty unique for what it is. I hope they add my favorite mode, Tekken Bowl. They added that in Tekken 7, and I thought they would have brought it back, but they didn't, and I'm a little upset. So, 7 out of 10. Tekken Ball is really good. The main modes are really good. The online is amazing, but it is hard to play, and it definitely has a huge learning curve for newcomers. It is not easy to play, so I want to make sure I make that clear now. But it's still a 7 out of 10 for what I believe is a really good fighting game. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Tekken 8. Let me know what you think of Tekken 8 down below while we're in mid-fight. Also, let me know if you are a Tekken fighter, who's your favorite character? Because I showed mine being Yoshimitsu. And let me know what you want me to review down below, and we'll definitely be taking requests. Why don't we do, you know, we're going to do a little unorthodox here to end this. Why don't we, I'll let you finish this round, see if I get beat up or not. Let's try to salvage this round before we get at it. There we go. Alrighty. We'll see you in the next episode.